there's this idea that the metahumans are taking over and governments are losing control, right? So the whole Jaipur Boravia conflict is part of that, right? That in the end, it's solved by the metahumans showing up, right? And there's a scene in which one general says to another, yeah, they make the rules now. Like, we are no longer in charge, right? And then there's also this idea that Jor-El wants Kal-El to rule, right? Like this idea that you are strong and powerful, the most powerful being on this planet. Therefore, you can rule, and therefore you should rule. That is Jor-El's position, right? So this idea of the Supermen taking over is something that is seeded in at least 3 different ways in this movie.
Essentially, Superman's actions has emboldened people to be like, I can kind of do what I want. Like, I'm powerful enough, and like, I actually don't have to answer to anyone. It's like, Superman's doing it because he feels it's the right thing to do. What happens when a villain decides that I want this because this is what I want for myself, essentially, and again, it starts like to mess up the balance of the universe. So I do feel like it's being seeded in the movie. I do feel like we're heading in that direction of some type of like lawlessness, and I wonder whether that's like when we get people like Batman and stuff coming into the movies, because that would be like quite interesting.
That could be a cool place to take Batman. You touched on one idea that I think is really interesting, which is, what if somebody is inspired by Superman to do the right thing, and Superman doesn't think it's the right thing? What if somebody intervenes for Boravia next time? Well, like kind of like the hammer of Boravia was fake in this, but what if the next one is real? And if that person cites Superman, why they can and should do this?
I feel like we're heading that way. I feel like, what they talk about a lot is this 10-year plan that they have. And David Zaslav came out and talked about this 10-year plan. So I don't think what they had stopped at this movie in terms of the ideas and the through line and what the story is going to be. I feel like this was focused enough on Superman whilst plotting those seeds of lawlessness to come. I feel like that's where they're heading. But we'll see.
Yeah. I'm going to fantasize about this for the next 3 years and then be disappointed in 4 years when it becomes clear what they're doing.